Hello and welcome to this week's live. This is the Monday starting 2nd of March 2026, and we're here and very, very excited to bring this whole preparation for the eclipse that is to come. All right, very welcome to all the people who've been able to make it live. You're so welcome on both platforms, on Instagram as well as on YouTube. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. As usual, we'll start off with a little recap of the carry forward energy from the previous week. Then we'll talk about symbols, metaphors, and signs that I've received for this particular week. And then we'll get into a collective Akash to tune in and see what happens. We'll also be able to take some question and answers in the end. Hi, Vishal. And as we take the question and answers in the end, if you have anything that you would like to put into the collective prayer field, light language activations and healing, please put that in the chats. And if you're listening to it later, in the YouTube recording, you can also just leave it in comments, and we'll be able to. I'll be able to bring in the energy from the eternal realm so that your answers are. Or your questions are put into the collective field. Also, I will reply to all your comments, whether they are live or whether they are after I've posted them in the YouTube playlist. So please feel free to share and participate fully in this experience. So let's begin. Of course, for those who are new here, very, very welcome. I'm Samriddhi Purohit, your Cosmic Soul Whisperer. And every week we come together to bring in collective Akashic messages to prepare you energetically. Hi, Matthew. And to be able to bring in that energy so that it can keep you prepared for the coming week. Weeks can come and go, days can come and go, but we do it in this way consciously so that we can make conscious choices, more aware choices, not having to repeat the mistakes from which we have already learned. And that allows us to open new templates, new expansions, and new things to come into our life. And hopefully, all of those are good things. Of course, they're good things. So I'm seeing some of my cousins joining on Instagram, and I'm so excited. All right, so let's begin. The spiritual significance and astronomical messages for the week. Let's start there. Lots of things are happening. I just want to know, YouTube, everyone who's connecting through YouTube, are you able to hear me? If you could just leave me a chat letting me know you can hear me, I'd really, really appreciate that. And if you're not able to hear me, please switch on to Instagram on my channel. All right. So I'm just going to actually do a little bit of sound testing and see if it's working. Last time it wasn't working, and a lot of people had to wait for it to come back later. It's all right. I'm not getting to know in any way. It's okay. We'll go with it. So the energy of this week, we have passed through an eclipse, and okay, perfect. So we have passed through an eclipse and we are moving into an eclipse. Tomorrow is the biggest total lunar eclipse that we will have this whole year, and the only one. Wonderful. Thank you, Kara. I'm so glad you can hear me. So this total lunar eclipse is also a blood moon eclipse. What do all these words really mean? For someone who is also not very fluent with astrological messages, I'm just tuning into the energies. And the energy is that energy of massive reset. It's what they're showing me is a magnifying glass. And when you put the magnifying glass on a piece of paper, it burns, right? It really concentrates those energies so closely and so perfectly that it converts the light energy into heat, and that heat becomes so much that it becomes fire. That's the kind of laser focus energy and reset that is occurring in this week. So as this is occurring, just doing an energy check. Lots of people may have been going through energies that are shifting for them. So please feel free to leave in comments. Welcome all the people who are joining in. What are you sensing as a word that is coming up for you for this week? So there is a lot of energetic reset happening in the overall theme. There's also the release of perfectionism, and this is also going to be a little bit furthered in our channeling messages today. So let's start with carry forward energy from last week. As we were carrying forward the energies from last week, there was a lot to do with the warrior energy. And where are you using the warrior energy in your life so that you can get through something with discipline, with grounding, with intentional action, and also allowing the door to stay partially open or just a little bit undone or just unlatched so that miracles can come into our lives. Now, these are not massive, big miracles necessarily for everyone here. Certainly, it wasn't for me, but it was the small miracles in life and those small insights leading to those big miracles. And all these miracles were connected to how closely are you opening yourself to opportunities. The more you're open, the more that energy was coming in. I had a few things that happened which were quite extraordinary, and they were more to do with abundance. They were more to do with opportunities, understandings, and balancing of how much I'm ready to give and how much I'm ready to receive. So for me, it happened more in the abundance area. So bringing in those energies, if anybody wants to leave in comments, what from the last week's channeling helped you in navigating your week? Or was there something that really struck out for you from the energies of last week? So leave it in comments. I'll get back to you, whether live or later. And now we go on to the next part of today. And the next part is the vision that I received. This was actually a full-fledged dream, but it was one of those very, very lucid dreams where I was able to change the trajectory of my dream. But also, I still was very much aware that I'm sleeping. I've missed one of those in a while. And so I was very happy that, that kind of a dream came up for me last night. So it's fascinating for me that every time before our live, I get a lucid dream or a dream, symbolic dream, and that I'm able to share with you guys. So I'm really happy that Spirit is supporting us on this journey. So I'm bringing through that message now. So in the dream, I saw myself in a completely new home. There was no furniture. It was very bright sunlight from all directions. And it was the preparation of inauguration, the inaugural prayer process and the celebration with friends that was to happen in the dream. So in this dream, of course, I was with my partner, my soulmate, and then as we were going through it, nobody was interrupting me. But what was happening is all this stuff that my ancestors have done. I come from a priest family, so at least 500 years of priesthood in my ancestry. So there are some things that I believe I don't absolutely know, and I don't fully honor my ancestors in a way of following that culture, following that heritage. And that's what was coming up in the dream for me too, that I don't know anything about that, about the mantras and the chanting and the prayers as my ancestors have been passing on. And I guess somewhere in my generation, or even the previous generation, in my mother's generation and my father's generation, it's kind of got lost a little bit. So I was feeling a little bit of an imposter in the dream, and I had all of this stuff for the prayer, which we call puja. So there was a big plate, and with the plate there was red turmeric, which is called kumkum. There was rice. There was all the sacred objects kept in the whole plate, and I also had like a mesa, a prayer table in which I could keep all of this stuff and pray. And there was also milk on a stove. Now, I remembered a little bit of all this, but I don't actually remember what the tradition is in the dream and in reality. So I wonder what to do. So the friends, the partner, all of these people, they're just allowing me to do my thing. Nobody's interrupting me. And I feel like, oh, I can't do this. And, I should have hired a priest to come in and do this, a pandit to come and do this, a pujari, and, it could have been done perfectly. But then suddenly something overcomes this feeling of being an imposter and not being able to do this. And that feeling is, I know it in my bones. I know how to connect with spirit in my bones. And that's all that is needed. That's all that we're here to do. So there's nothing that you can do wrong if your intention is right. So suddenly, all the process, whatever I was supposed to do, starts coming through. I know exactly how to create the sacred ritual. I complete the prayer. The milk on the stove is overflowing. That's also another sacred symbol in my tradition. When you enter a new home or you're starting something really auspicious, the milk is supposed to overflow. And then, of course, we wait for it to just overflow and then we clean it up, because then it kind of gets messy if your milk is overflowing like that when you're boiling it. So that happens. All the auspicious symbols are there. And then I'm asked to kick a bowl, a kind of container of rice, and enter the house again. And then I'm like, oh no, these dry mango leaves were supposed to be tied at the entrance, and I completely forgot that was supposed to happen before the prayer. And I'm like, it's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I go and tie it. So it was very, very specific in this way. And then as soon as all this is done, friends come in, and we're serving tea and we're really having fun, and it's all really becoming beautiful. And when I woke up with this energy of something new is about to happen. And of course, a part of it was for myself, and a part of it was definitely for the collective, because it came just today before our life. So the energy that I'm picking from this dream for the collective is that we are stepping into something that's completely new. It is fresh, it's new, it's full of sunshine, it's sunlight. You're creating new things, but because you don't have furniture in the house, it's all starting from scratch. And the process of going through this is personal mastery rather than ritual mastery. So that came across very clearly. So if there are any aspects in your life where you're using ritual as a way to anchor yourself, please remember that the intention is all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're doing it perfectly or not. So in many cases, in many cultures, if you do something a little bit wrong, you feel like, oh, it's going to have a big repercussion, it's going to go wrong in some way. And sometimes that tradition and culture is lost in so many generations that we don't even know if we're doing it right. So this is about your self mastery, and to really release that need for perfection. So if you're trying to do things the perfect way so that you can achieve the spiritual mastery that you're looking for, achieve the goals that you're looking for, you will really start to feel you're going in a downward spiral, because this week is all about magnifying everything that you're feeling. So we want to be very lovingly conscious and gentle on ourselves, that it's okay. We don't have to be perfect. And if you do something wrong, but you do it with the right intention, for example, in the dream, if I didn't use the mango leaves and I didn't put them outside before the prayer, I did it afterwards. I did it with good intention. So that really worked. So, any part of you that is stuck in perfection, this is really gently inviting you to really let go of those parts. It may come across in your work, in your relationships, in your health regime, in your own spiritual practices. All those areas of your life, this definitely applies, because seeing a home in a dream is symbolic of what your inner world is like. So, what is comprising your inner world this week? Is it, and what's the theme that's coming up for you? Is it health? Is it relationships? Is it life purpose or career or abundance and finance, that area? So think about that, and leave it in comments, or just think about it and keep that as your intention as we move ahead for the rest of this journey today. Is it health? Is it career, profession, and finances, or is it relationships? And within that internal world that you have, sunshine is coming, it's inevitable. New things are coming, and that's inevitable. And within that, it is also asking us to release perfection and allow yourself to be the master. In the dream, there were people around me, but nobody was overtaking my process from me. They were all honoring how I was doing it. And yeah, I'm seeing abundance as a theme that's coming up in the chats. Lovely. And thank you. I'm so glad. Wow, wow, this is such a beautiful message. Okay, thank you so much, Vimala. I also see career and finances. Okay, so finances, and I would think that's the one for me too. Health and finances. These health, career, and finances. That would be my area too. Wonderful. So within that area, is there any place where you're trying to lead with perfection? There is comfort in structure, but are you using the structure so firmly that it's limiting your way of flowing with your emotion within that? So that's really coming up for this week. Now, as that is coming up, I also wanted to bring in the overall theme of things that I've been seeing from last week. And over the last week, I did more sessions than I've done in the last couple of weeks. So it was probably double capacity, and I'm very grateful for that. And within that double capacity, all the sessions that came through, all of them were coming in with the intention of um, somewhere reparenting themselves, somewhere realizing that when they were growing up, their parents were not perfect, and they did not receive the love the way they wanted to, and that was creating different kinds of woundings. A lot of people who came to me were coming in with a father wounding, which kind of represents and spills out in the areas of career clarity. It spills out in the areas of feeling very grounded in your finances, in your abundance, which is interesting. Some of you have been sharing that as your intention for the next week. So the father wounding, or not getting what you wanted from that masculine aspect from your growing up years, that was a very evident theme that people have been dealing with in the collective. So, bringing in that healing as well within this container, bringing in the aspect of reparenting ourselves, because now we are adults. And now we don't need our parents the way we needed them when we were growing up. All the validation is self-imposed. The need for validation is self-imposed. The need for being loved in a certain way is also a self-imposition. They are loving you in the way they know love. And yes, there are some exceptional cases where you're dealing with narcissism, where you're dealing with cultural indoctrinations in a way that restrict that individual soul to soul connection. But in most cases, in the majority of cases, parents, in their own way, are just trying to love their children. So there is that reparenting aspect also coming up, and it's a bit hard when it comes to the father wound, because it helps us, with a healthy witnessing from our father aspect. When we're growing up, we feel very seen, we feel worthy, we feel like we can take up space without worrying, because there is someone who takes pride in us, and that aspect of self pride also comes from the father aspect, more so than the mother aspect. The mother aspect has its other aspects. For example, feeling like you belong in a place, being comfortable with rhythm and routine, having a comfortable relationship with women, whether you are a man or a woman, having a comfortable relationship with women, that becomes another aspect that is an offshoot of the mother healing, a healthy mother aspect within you as you were growing up. And we can reparent ourselves. Of course, I'm not a psychology expert, but this is something that has been coming up in the collective. Now, with all of this, and with the energies of the eclipse, and it has an effect over the next 5 days after the eclipse as well. And I think most of you have already started feeling the effects of it. So let's go and look at the collective Akash and see what information, what vision is coming up for us. Now, as I close my eyes and tune in, please leave in comments if there's any intention that you want for healing, or if you have any questions, so that when I open my eyes and I'm sharing the vision with you, I will try also to answer your question, and I'll also bring that energy into the healing part, which will come after the vision. I'll bring through some light language activations for this week. All right. So as I'm closing my eyes and tuning in, I also invite all of you, if those of you who can, to also close your eyes gently and allow yourself to be really present in this moment. Allow yourself to really witness whatever is happening in this collective field. So, as I'm tuning into the energies of this week, I'm seeing a lot of light rays are twisting and forming something new, like two or three colors melding and becoming a new color. And that new color doesn't look anything like the constituent colors, but it has its own flavor. So we're bringing in that aspect as well. um, Now, as these colors, these diverse colors are coming and melding and becoming one, they're almost like they're twisting within each other and they're forming a kind of tree. So there's like the root system and they're twisting and they're forming a kind of tree. As this is happening, I'm also seeing that suddenly some there are some mirrors appearing in the branches of this tree, and there are also fruits that are appearing in the branches of this tree. So as this consciousness is moving through these mirrors and these fruits, there is a deeper invitation to become really one with the goodness of you. There is a virtue in accepting and fully owning your shadow, and not to forget, there is also a virtue in accepting your light. So, as you accept your light even more, you're able to see the mirror reflection of the greater aspects of you rather than only the ones that you need to work on. Because sometimes we can spiritually get addicted to only working on ourselves. We worked on one part of ourselves, and so we then say, okay, time to work on the next aspect and the next. So, it really becomes a quest rather than a joyful exploration. And if you really look at it from the highest perspective of your soul's desire, you came here in this creation, through the Akash, through the different lifetimes, timelines, and all of that to experience. And the experience was never meant to just be a back to back tiring journey. It was meant to be something that brings you joy, that brings you expansion. So though the Hindi is coming out. So as this is happening, I'm also seeing that at the end of this whole experience, the mirrors are also coming together. The fruits are coming together, and they're all becoming one within you. So the end of the week also looks like a massive integration of many things. And this is not something on a weekly basis. This is something that is significant for you. It's not something that can just happen on a weekly basis. So there is a lot of support coming for us today so that you can journey with this without going into becoming overtly self-critical or overtly perfectionist, which is an aspect of self-critical, and that you can journey with this whole week and make the most out of the gifts of this week, with utmost sincerity, openness, and expansion. Because yes, shadows may come up, but light will also come up. And the ultimate outcome of all of this is celebration, because with or without perfect rituals, you're able to integrate the mirrors as well as the fruits from the top of the tree. So this vision is quite interesting, and it's bringing up a lot of aspects. Anytime I see a tree, it also always has meant ancestral healing and DNA activations, because the DNA twists and turns and becomes this shape that we know. This is the twisting and turning of cosmic wisdom coming together in packets that we can handle. That's how they show me the DNA. So within the DNA, a lot of expansions are taking place. So lots of ancestral healing is taking place, and that means that some patterns that you felt were not a part of you are coming up for you as well. So it is also how we connect with our parents and how we connect with our children, how we connect with our partners. The nuclear family unit, in whatever traditional or non-traditional way you see it, whether it is a partner, whether it is in whatever structure you see your nuclear family unit, there is a cleansing taking place in that. There is a purification taking place in that. Now, I'll read some of the questions and intentions that some of you have left. I'm seeing moving from the past and focusing on important projects. That's a very good one, Vishal. And Vishal is my beloved cousin. He got me in the habit of watching Doraemon. So I still watch Doraemon, and he's way more grown up now. So, moving from the past and focusing on important projects. Again, when this kind of vision comes through where you're seeing a tree, there is always some of the past that is coming back to interact with you. So when the past is coming back to interact with you, it is really hard to not engage with that, right? So the invitation here is to allow it to be and bring through its gifts, bring through the mirrors, the things that we want to see that we don't want to see about ourselves, the things that we get to see but we don't want to see about ourselves. Those are the mirror aspects of ancestry and past, and the healing potential, the growth edge. And it is also the fruit. There's also fruits. You are the fruit of your ancestors' hard work. You're the fruit of all the thinking and being that you have done yourself from a higher realm. So also enjoying the fruit of all of that, also enjoying the fruit of your past labor. So and that fruit is future focused. So this is interesting. Mirror is past focused and present focused, so that you can really clear all the stuff that you need to clear. And fruit is the future. So symbolically, there may be a little bit of the past that comes up, so we'll bring through that intention in healing today. And there's also the future that is opening, the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your hard work, and how you can enjoy that, because there are as many fruits as there are mirrors in this tree that they showed us for this week. I'm also reading another question here. Um, oh, thank you so much. I absolutely love your energy. Thanks for being the beautiful, calming energy you spread, embracing our light and our shadows. Thank you so much. This is me as much as it is you. So I thank you for being the same. So much love to you. And yes, let's move ahead now into the healing aspect. So as I bring through the healing, for many who find this new, I'm going to bring through light language activation. So, what is light language activation? I'm going to speak words and sing in tones that our conscious mind may not understand, but your soul will, because this is the language of the soul. I've always found that so fascinating when I bring through light language, or when I hear someone else bringing through light language. If there are dogs in the house, if there are any kind of animals in that vicinity, they come running and they come to participate in the light language activations. It's always fascinated me. It brings me so much joy. Same with children. Children feel overjoyed. Whatever the healing is taking place, it is their language. It's the language of the soul. So I'll bring through some light language activation, and the energy of dogs is coming in. So that means the Syrian beings are going to be here with us. And why do you say, and you might wonder, why am I saying Syrian beings when I'm saying dogs? Now, if you look at astronomy, the star systems where the place in the sky where we have Sirius A, B, and C, the three stars, their astronomical name is Canis Major. So Canis is it comes from the word dog, and the stars got its name because of the dog month. So there was a dog period or something that ancient Egyptians called, when Sirius was a certain alignment in the sky. When I've seen in the Akashic records, the dogs, they actually, or I see a lot of dogs in Sirius. I've not seen dogs anywhere else, so they do come from Sirius. And for me, Debbie Solaris has confirmed that when I was learning and exploring galactic Akashic records with her and with her teachings, she has also seen lots of dogs in Sirius. So that's why, and they look a bit different. Many of them are bipedal like us; they can walk. on 2 feet. So anyway, bringing in the energy of dogs, which also brings us loyalty and love and unconditional support. So allow your hearts to really receive this wonderful energy that we're getting from the collective, from our collective guides. We have Archangel Michael. We have also the Holy Festival coming up, which is tomorrow and day after. So it is represented by a star in the sky called Prahlad. It became a star, like this character in the story. He became a star, Prahlad, and this was the story of faith. You can go and check out the story of Holi, and it was in fact a purification through fire. Because okay, actually, I think we'll need to pause a little bit for that story. It's well known in the traditional. Indian households. I want to share it here because it's so close to the blood moon energy, and I feel like it has so much medicine for us in the collective. So there was a little boy, he was a prince, and he was extremely and deeply devoted to the divine. And this is a story of how he was constantly challenged for his faith, because it seemed like an interruption to what a prince should be doing. And he was a child just back then, and his aunt, his father's sister, she said, "I have an idea." And she went and sat in fire, because she had some energetic blessings and boons that she couldn't get burnt. So she took him in fire, so that, and she said, you pray to whoever you want to pray, and if your prayer is not true, you will burn in the fire. And if your prayer is true, you will be able to survive. So what he did was she took him in the fire, but because her boon kind of cancelled, because she used it for a bad intention, and this child survived because of his true faith in the power of this fire and transformation. So that's what this week is about. The power of this fire is to help you know and transform into your greater good, and the many blessings that come from doing this work, the many blessings. So it isn't like passing through fire for all of us this week, but for some of you it may be. So we just bring in that energy also lovingly. Anasiara shahata kahana sha'asiara lana shukutu shu'usu shu'uluku sha'asiana shu'asia lana sha'ataka. Iana shurulunuku, the Syrian family, the star family, Yashuru Sunuku Laniashu Sahanasha. They are bringing in these beautiful messages, Ya Shalana Shurukuru Nashunuku, to be able to work with our shadow, to be able to work with the mirrors that are in our life, the people that trigger us. Yashurulanashu Atika Sha'asi Chulanasa Ishuku Tukura Shuku Takura Shalanasha Asiarasana Shuutukuru. So as they're bringing in these messages, I'm feeling a lot of things changing in the heart chakra. Yanashula Nashuka Asa Sha Asala Anashu Usurusu Atuku. A lot of this stuff that was held, because this is very deep inner child work, where the parts of us that have not felt seen, that little boy, little girl in us that was never seen by our parent when we were little, that holds some very deep wounding. So the Syrian beings, our Syrian brothers and sisters from the stars, are coming to assist us with that. So they're really alleviating that pain. They're really releasing all that trauma, that pain that you have felt, and they're filling it with strength. Yeshuru sunushu alu takanashu asiye takashu usuku. For the opportunity that is provided to us this week is that of dealing with it once and for all, so that we rise from it. And this is not by abandoning, but this is through deep spiritual maturity. And in your situation, however that spiritual maturity looks and feels like, that is becoming a new blessing for you. Yeah, Nashuru Sulunuku. So these codes are unlocking that aspect of you, which is that inner wisdom, that spiritual maturity coming through. Anasarashu asila nashuna suru kuruku nashunuku. And anytime you do this deep level of work, you're always gifted with the many fruits of your labor. You're gifted with lots of abundance in different areas of your life, smoother relationships, new opportunities coming in to align with your life purpose, improved health, and many people who go through this journey with faith, with love, and who also manage to enjoy it a little bit as they go through this journey, they also find like their faces glow like a light bulb. It brings a kind of an energetic resonance. So it's not. It's almost like when you put some glittery foundation on you, but not so glittery. It's more energetic glittery. So and whatever complexion, it shows so clearly, and that's really coming through for us. So good skin, good hair is a result of really a happy inner self, inner world. So they're bringing through that blessing as well. Yana surushi a tukunushu anasala nasha. And Syrians always represent discipline. They always represent learning and spiritual expansion through rituals to be followed, rhythm to be followed, legacy, culture. And that's why it's interesting that they showed me that dream, that it's not necessary to follow that strict process of how things are done. You can do it with grace, you can do it with ease, without worrying about whether you're doing something wrong or right, as long as your heart is in the right place and you hold the intention in its highest good. Yasurushu lunusha isaha ishaha isaha ishaha salanashu ataka. So the simple answer to this question, if many of you have been struggling with the roots and the tentacles of the past holding you so that doesn't allow you to walk into the future, this is one of the great opportunities where the power of this eclipse is allowing you to really detach from that lovingly, with maturity, with a new sense of wisdom, so that you don't throw the baby away with the bathwater. So wherever and whoever has brought through these relational pressures for you, mostly this is coming from relationship area. So whoever and whatever has brought through these relational pressures, it so becomes that you evolve to hold the good and to continue to, even if it's a very thin line, to hold that thin line, and leave the rest that doesn't work for you, and to be able to stand in a new sense of sovereignty, because the tree in itself is a very sovereign being that has been here before us, will be here after us. The tree kingdom, the humanoid consciousness on our planet is comparatively new, compared to the trees that have been here, the crystals and rocks that have been here. So they've been here a while, they know what's going on, and they hold that eternal wisdom. So this is really anchoring into that eternal aspect of yourself, and coming with the blessings of your ancestry. So many things are happening, right? Yashalana surushu otanaka. And with the many blessings and all the healing that is offered to us, these great opportunities that are offered to us in this week, I am so thankful for all of you to tune in. If you have any questions, or you can just continue to share it in chat, I will reply to every single comment, every single question that you have. It may take me a bit of time, but I will reply to everything. And I am just so grateful that we get to do this together every week. And this one is a very special week. The kind of transformational energy that this week provides to us is massive. So we are entering March. We are marching into March with so much energy. I was trying to be funny with the punch. And as we walk into this, please know that you're not alone. There is so much support available to you because your ancestors are here. We are here as an online community holding this space for each other, even though we don't directly know each other. The energetic connection and the intention is there. Now, for all those of you who've stayed, I just want to share a few quick announcements. If you like this style, and if you feel like this is helpful for you, but you want to do it in a more personal way, you're very, very welcome to book a one-on-one Akashic reading with me, I'll leave the links in the description on this YouTube video. And we are also doing a monthly group Akashic meditation. We've been doing it for years, and it's happening on the 6th of March, coming Friday at 7:30 p.m. Sydney time. So you can check in your time zone, whatever time that is. Tickets are available on Humanitics, and I'll leave the link to that also in the description. You're very, very welcome to join that. It's just such a beautiful circle that we bring through, and it's definitely a much longer journey and a much deeper one. And we go in a little bit more esoteric into the collective group Akash. So, as we do this, I also wanted to invite you into another thing that we are doing this week in this month. I'm after 8 months. I have opened a Moneki Shamanic Teacher Certification Program. This is for all who have this healer within them, but you've always doubted it. And this is your own relationship with you, the five elements and with nature spirits, coming through an ancient lineage and the connection with our ancient ancestors. These are 13 rites of initiation. And the most powerful thing that I got to learn in this lifetime, I can say, because once I learned this, once I got these attunements, my life completely forever shifted. I've done 6 batches of this before, and I'm so happy that I got to witness and guide many people to become shamanic teachers. If you would like to be one, I'll leave the link in the description for that as well. Please feel free to contact me if you want to know more. We start on the 15th of March. We go on for 6 Sundays, but not continuous Sundays. I'm just giving a break for a couple of them. And it's only 3 hours per Sunday. So again, please check your time zone and whether that works for you. So these are all the announcements for this week. And of course, if you want to go on a long-term journey with me, you can join my Live Your Calling personal premium coaching program. I'll leave that link as well in the description. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. And please continue to share your love. I love it when you share comments, when you like my posts, when you follow, when you reshare. It's all the lovely things that allows a good word to spread. And I would love to reach out to more people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful week ahead. Happy eclipse. Mwah. And I'm just going to stop the YouTube video now.